What's up, Internet Land? This is your boy, Dion Sylvester, coming at you once again, talking to you today about the Sit Challenge. So welcome. If this is your first time tuning in to me, you get to hear about what the challenge is. If you've already been on a couple of lives with me before, you've heard me talk about the S, the I, and the T. Today, I'm just going to take a few minutes to introduce to the world and some who already know about the Sit Challenge. All right, this is an acronym, of course. And the S is for save, the I is for invest, and the T is for think of others. So here's the challenge. Everybody works hard for their money, right? We know that. So what do we do when we get our money? You know, most of the time when we get our money, we spend it. We got bills to pay. We got rent to pay. We got mortgage to pay. We got car notes. We got cell phones. We got gas bills. We got cable bills. We got all these bills that we got to pay. So most of the time when we get paid, we end up spending our money. So here is the challenge, guys. I'm going to make this real quick and simple. And then you can jump on the challenge. You can do it with me. Every time that you get paid, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to not live off 100% of our money, but we're going to learn how to live off 70% of our money. So what does that mean? Every time that we get paid, we're going to take 10% and we're going to save it. We're going to take 10% and we're going to invest it. And we're going to take 10% and we're going to think of somebody and help. Some people, religious people, they say tithe. They tithe, and that's fine too. They give 10% to their church. But my challenge to you is this. Can you learn to live off of the 70% of your money? Let's take an example of $1,000. That's a round number. It's a nice round number. So we earn $1,000. We take 10% of that, which is $100. We save that $100. Now, what are you saving for? I have no idea what it is that you might want to save your money for. That's totally up to you. So you put your 10% for savings wherever you want. Save it in your bank account. Save it under your mattress. But don't spend it. That's not for your bills. That's not for your everyday expenses. That is for you to actually save. Okay, so take your journal. You're going to have a journal. You're going to write down what it is that you're saving for. Are you saving for a new car? Are you saving for a vacation? Are you saving for something for the children? Are you saving for big screen TV? No matter what it is that you're saving for, you want to take that 10%, which is $100, put it to the side and save it. Now talk about the T. Most of us have been taught traditionally, give 10% to the church. So you already know if you have $1,000, you'll take 10% of that, which is $100, and you give that to the church. Some people don't attend church service. So in that capacity, then you want to think of somebody else, help somebody else. It could be a stranger, but you want to see where that $100 is going. You want to help somebody with that $100. And as they always say, once you give freely, it comes back to you freely. So that's the save. We're going to save 10%, which is $100 of 1,000. We're going to give away $100 of that 1,000. And then that leads me to the I bank. The I bank, which is the investment. Now, what do you invest in? You know, when I was a Chicago public school teacher, I used to teach my students to invest the money that they get. So what we did was we opened a candy store in our classroom. The children pooled their resources together, got their money together. Then we went on 71st and Wentworth, went to the wholesale store, bought the candy, bought the juices, bought the chips, brought them back to the classroom. And the students actually took out a sheet of paper. They wrote down the inventory on the paper, and then we made copies. They gave it to the other students in the school. So when the students came to the classroom, they would bring their money and their inventory slip. They would give it to the treasurer. The treasurer would give it to the secretary. They'd give it to the sergeant at arms, who, when they got the product, came back and gave it to the student who performed and made the purchase. Basically, they were learning how to invest and make their money work for them. So as an adult, what do we invest in? How do we take our money and invest? For most of us, I'll say for my grandfather, when he worked, his job took care of his retirement. That's what he depended on. He depended on his job for his investment. But as we got older, there was no more of those plans where the company is setting you up for retirement when you leave at 65. So what do you have today? You got the 401ks. Remember when the 401ks took a real big hit on the jobs and a lot of people lost all their money? You know what happened when those people lost their money in their 401ks? they still was taking money out of their paycheck every 2 weeks to go into the 401k. 99% of the people that lost money in their 401ks, they left it there and they kept letting deductions come out of their check because it was so systematic. And I mean, let's be honest. When you have a 401k, you don't know where the company is investing your money. You don't know what type of returns you're really getting on that money. Are they investing in the company? Are they investing in gold or sugar or flour? Do you even know? Here's my challenge to you. If you're going to participate in the sit challenge, when you get your money, I said the round figure being $1,000, take 10% and save. What are you saving for? I have no idea what you're saving for, but you're saving for when you hit that goal that you're saving for, then splurge and spend that money. 10% help somebody. Take 100% of that $1,000 and just give it away. Just be a blessing to someone so those blessings can come back to you tenfold. And then that investment. Here's what I'm going to offer to you guys, because see, we have a group where we're investing and we're in charge of our own investments. We don't give our money to a company and let them invest it for us. We are all working together as a unit, and we're investing in the foreign exchange. We're investing in the global market of finance, of money, of currency. Because I ask you a question. Will there ever be a lack of money? If you think there will be a lack of money in the world, raise your hand. Of course it won't. Even if the U.S. dollar loses its power, that doesn't mean the British pound will lose its power, or that doesn't mean that the Japanese yen will lose its power, or that, you understand what I'm saying? So if you can exchange a weak dollar for a strong Canadian dollar, because the Canadian dollar is stronger than the U.S. dollar, if you didn't know, but once you learn how to invest in things like that, then your iBank, the bank where you take your money that you worked hard for and you give it a job and make it work hard for you, then you won't be in lack. And if you get returns on your money, then you save some of that return. Then you help somebody with some of that return, and then you reinvest that you were giving back. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you want to be a part of the SIT challenge, just send me a message or just type #1 in the comments, and I'll make sure you get the link. I mean, we just plug together. It's just a free Facebook group that we have, and we get together and we're pooling our research. And we're not teaching ourselves how to do this. We're actually learning from experienced traders that have been doing this for 20, 30 years plus. So when they give us the advice to take, and I'll tell you guys, it's just kind of like playing for the Golden State Warriors. Golden State, they're not going to win every game. We know that. We know that's impossible that they're going to have. They get 72 games. They're 82 games. They're not going to go 82-0. They're going to lose some games, but you can guarantee one thing, that they're going to win more games than they lose. So that's what we're doing, guys. We're playing with a team. We're pooling ourselves together. And yes, all investments don't win all the time. You're going to lose some games. But if you're rolling with the Golden State Warriors, you can basically say, hey, I bet you they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals. And it's a slim to far chance that they're going to win the whole thing. So if you're investing with a team that's doing that, you can say the same thing. It's safe to say that my investments are going to win. So like I said, the SIT challenge, 10% of what you earn, save it. 10% of what you earn, invest it. 10% of what you earn, give it away. Live off the other 70%. Guys, if you want to be part of this group where we're learning how to invest, because, hey, I'm novice. I'm learning too. My parents did not give me an investment strategy to make sure that I can go out and I can have 6 and 7 figures that I can hand down to my children. It didn't happen for me. And for most of you listening, it didn't happen for you either. But now it's time to change that. It's truly time to make sure that our financial destination and our financial future for our children and our children's children is here and it's solidified. And the only way that you can do that, because you can't leave them the money that you're working at your job 40 hours a week. Once you lose that, it's over. Once you retire from that, they're not going to give you any more checks. So we have to learn how to give our money a job and make it work hard for us. So I invite you guys, come roll out with us. And let's learn how to invest together. Let's learn how to give our money a job and make it work the best way. What's up, Q? That's my boy, man, from GSU. I see you in the family building. I love you, bro. I see you been doing big things, too. That's what's happening. I'm proud of you, bro. I always knew you had it in you, even when we was back in the days of GSU. But, guys, on that note, plug with me. Put a 1 in the comment. Send me a direct message. I'll send you a link to the free group. Save, invest, and tithe. Save, invest, and think of others. That's what it's about. This is the SIT challenge. This is your boy, Dion Sylvester. I'm signing off. Dream Team is in the house representing. One love. We'll see you guys at the top.